His balls! There's another whole half to this album. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through. Hello friends, it's LC. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you're returning, welcome back. I'm having some bittersweet feelings today as I'm gearing up to react to RM's solo album Indigo, where today I'm gonna be covering part 1, so the first 5 songs of the album. And why I'm feeling bittersweet is because in a way this just feels like closure to me. And I don't know why, because technically BTS hasn't disbanded. You know, RM isn't gonna go away or leave anytime soon. I don't know. It just kind of feels like the period on the end of a sentence. And I don't know what that next sentence is going to be or when it's coming, which is why I think I'm feeling these things. I'm certainly excited for this album, and I'm really excited by all these really interesting features. Like, we have Erykah Badu, we have Anderson Paak, and I'm looking forward to discovering some of these other features that I'm not familiar with. I don't know, RM just has so much soul and maturity to him that I'm just like expecting this to be a banger and I haven't even heard a single note of it yet. So let's dive in, shall we? But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel.
A few moments later.
So for today's beverage of the day, I have a glass of wine. I felt like being distinguished listening to this album, and I came prepared as well with my Indigo sweater. At least I think this is Indigo. I don't know. And apparently Indigo doesn't know either because I see purple, I see blue, I see navy. I feel like this is kind of a blend of all of those, so I'm gonna say that I hit the brief. But okay, we are going to go in order today, and we are going to be starting with Yoon. So for the songs that don't have music videos, I'm going to be watching some lyric videos because I feel like we're gonna have some quite interesting lyrics here today. Also, if you have any recommendations for beverages of the day, please let me know, because I feel like the white wine, the sparkling water, and the tea, I've done all of those. So if you have any recommendations of things that you would like to see me try, then let me know down in the comments. So let's get started here with Yoon. Ooh. Oh, that's groovy. Oh my gosh, from second number 1. I was not expecting that. Okay, hold on. Let's go back here and look at, while I'm paused, this kind of statement here that says, according to Plato's humanity, it's the human essence to seek truth, goodness, and beauty. Of course, it's going to be RM, of all people, quoting Plato at the beginning of a song. Truth, goodness, and beauty. Okay. It's the sincerity in truth, the moral goodness, and the beauty, but in my opinion, you have it all when you have the truth. So the essence of all of those things is truth. Like, goodness is rooted in truth. Beauty is rooted in truth. And then fuck the trendsetter. What a way to start. So let's go.
Fuck the trendsetter, I'ma turn back the time. Back the time, far too when I was 9. 좋은 것과 아닌 것밖에 없던 그때 차라리 그때가 더 인간이었던 그때.
More human as a child.
손가락질들이 이젠 가야 할 곳이라며 저 산을 가리키지. That's where you belong, or you gon' be alone. If 뭣도 아닌 그 지심들을 고집하면은 팀 빠진 넌 사실 뭣도 아니야.
You're nothing without a team.
오솔길로 가려 해 너는 그냥 내 말 좀 들어. 그러다 다 잃어. 늘 그랬듯 you go with the flow, you get better. Fuck that shit, 애들랑제 lifestyle. 내 나의 자리는 경계선의 pipeline. 여전히 난 허락되지 않는 꿈을 꿔. 아무도
Stream is so forbidden. Ooh.
Keep the silence for you do something.
Ah, that harmony, I have chills.
You be a human till the death of you down.
I wanna be a human.
Oh my goodness, I love this. He said so many things in just one verse. Like, there's so many different things that you can take from that. Like, fuck the trendsetter, I'ma turn back the time far to when I was 9. So here he's kind of referring to almost like his present self as the trendsetter and saying, fuck this present self of me, let's go back in time, which is like a really powerful way to start out this album. When things were only good or bad, I think I was more human back then. A finger pointing from here to a mountain, saying it's the place I need to go now. Where does the mountain almost like represent his ambition and his dreams and where he wanted to be? And it's seeming like this huge insurmountable thing. That's where you belong. You're going to be alone if you insist on the sincerity that is nothing. So coming back to this concept of truth that was brought up at the beginning, you're actually nothing without a team. Why would you veer onto a trail from the highway? So, why take a detour that's potentially dangerous or that's not going to get you to your destination as quickly? Just listen to me or you'll lose it all. As always, you go with the flow, you get better. Fuck that shit. Étranger's lifestyle. It's interesting throwing in the French word here, like stranger's lifestyle. And this song almost feels like a warning so far, saying my place is always the pipeline along the border. My dream is still forbidden, dancing where no one sees. So now I want to know what like his dream is now, because it almost seems like now there's something that he wants to accomplish that he hasn't. And you wonder, like, of all people, how RM could feel like there's something he hasn't accomplished. This is just so interesting. And then Erykah's part, you keep the silence before you do something. You're a human until the death of you. So it's almost like tying truth and humanity together. So when you lose your true sense of self, you lose who you are, or you lose yourself as a human. Like, I love this. There's so many ways that you could be interpreting this, but I could be here all day talking about just this first verse alone, so I'm gonna keep going.
I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but this gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness. I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but this gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness.
This is just giving me chills.
먼저 사람이 되라 예술할 생각 말고 놀아 느껴 희노애락 what it did with the techniques what it did with the skills what it did with all the words in your lyrics that you can feel 나 단순히 말한 진리가 뭔지 몰라 다만 그저 찾아가는 예우이 나의 속도와 방향일 때 but to me you the fucking contemporary 여전히 이곳에 살아서 흘러 permanently 이 모든 경계 위에 선 자들에게 반드시 보내야만 했던 나의 밤을 건네 반짝이는 불꽃은 언젠가 땅으로 카이사르의 것은 카이사르로 시커멓게 탄 심장 죄를 뿌린 도시에 내 사선을 오갔던 생과 당신이 마침내 이 땅에 남긴 것들에게 나 역시 그저
So who is he talking to here? Or talking about here, do you think?
Keep the silence for you do something now. Yeah, you be a human till the death of you.
I love this feature so much.
I wanna be a human before I do some art. It's a cruel world, but this gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness.
So he has to like channel that
feel my madness. I wanna be a human
and feel those things before he can make his art.
But this gon' be my part. Cause true beauty is a true sadness. Now you can feel my madness.
죽기까지 못해. 그렇게 하고 싶은데 안 돼. 그러려면 욕심도 다 버리고
Throw away your greed.
천진무구한 세계로 들어가야지.
State of pure innocence.
나는 그렇게 하고 싶은데 왜 안 되는 거예요? 근데 죽을 때까지 그렇게 해보려고 노력을 해야지. 그게 인간의 목적인 것 같아.
Oh my goodness. That was such a fantastic way to start this album. Like, I have chills thinking about the concept of this song, where it really feels like, despite, all these things about being a trendsetter and being part of a team, that he's setting off on his own path here and pursuing like his own dreams and his own vision of pursuing art and kind of finding himself and establishing himself and feeling his emotions and experiencing a range of different things in order for his art to feel authentic. And just like the mood of this song as well is such an interesting choice. It's very laid back, like an R&B, almost like lo-fi type of feeling to it that almost feels like apt for some of those more kind of melancholy feelings, and this feeling of like taking a step back and being present in those feelings. Because in a way, I almost think of like lo-fi music and that kind of vibe as something of like wanting to focus, because that kind of music is the type of music that I listen to when I'm really trying to like get in the zone. So I feel like it's such an interesting choice to start the album with this song and this kind of vibe. So I love this. I don't know where we go from here, because this was just like, oh, how could you? How could you, Namjoon? Just like come right for the heart from note number 1. Just immediately fuck the trendsetter. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this. So next we have a music video here. We have Still Life with Anderson Paak. I'm sure Anderson Paak's son was freaking the fuck out when he found out that his dad was going to be doing a song with RM. He's probably like, you better do this or I'm disowning you as a father. So knowing Anderson Paak, I feel like we could maybe get another kind of more like chill R&B song here, especially with a song called Still Life. I don't think that it's going to be too over the top with the energy. So let's see what we get here with Still Life. Man, he's just so handsome. Like, look at this. Look at this face.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. I'm still alive.
Groovy.
I'm still alive. Oh yeah. Let's go. Now still alive, but I'm moving. Just live now, going forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 도피와 나의 culture. Give me no name, cause I'm untitled. 계속 전시되는 내 삶.
Life on constant display. That's for sure.
아직도 삶 과거는 가버렸고 미래는 모르네 두 갈래 길에서 숨 고르네 벗어나고 싶어 이 캠퍼스의 틀 어제와 내일이 내게 들인 그늘 난 그저 담담하게 live earth time 24/7 yeah baby I'm on time 난 그저 오늘을 살아 1분 1초마저 같은 처음을 딱 걸어보신 너 I'm still alive.
Here I was being like, oh, it's gonna be chill. But I like the energy on this. It's like subdued, but still there.
I'm still alive, but I'm moving. Just live now, don't forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 도피와 나의 culture. I'm still alive, but I'm moving. Just live now, don't forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은
I love the
정물.
dad vibes.
Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now.
Just like with the jeans and the jacket, like I'm always here for some Daddy June moments. And it's kind of interesting from like the get-go of this song to have this oxymoron here of I'm still life, but I'm moving, and the unstopping still life, and saying my life is on constant display of possibly like feeling stuck, like you're constantly moving and doing things, but at the same time feeling kind of stuck and stagnant. I wonder if that's how he felt about like being in BTS, and that's what he's talking about here, because you know his life is certainly on constant display, you know, because of BTS, and then saying catching my breath on a crossroads of, you know, the way that BTS was is in the past and that will never be back. Like that chapter of his life is over. So BTS in some form might be back in 2025, but until then, what do you do? You're at that crossroads. Want to be free of this canvas frame, the shades that yesterday and tomorrow cast upon me. So again, these kind of conflicting forces, the legacy of the past meeting with the uncertainty of the future, and how do these things connect? How do they meet up in the present? And that, you know, his solution is to be present, be in the present, live the moment, every second, every minute. And you can't lock me in the frame. I'm moving. And this line, life is better than the death, I'll prove it. I don't know. I just like, ooh, I got kind of a wave of emotion from that one, because of the fact that, you know, he's saying life is better than the death as if that's not implied, and that he has to prove it in some way. Ooh. That just gave me like, ooh, that gave me chills. I just like feel such a fondness for this man. Just like, look at him. How can you not feel fondly about him? Especially having spent like the last 3.5 years of my life with him, and him being the leader of one of my favorite groups of all time. Again, these like bittersweet feelings of, you know, I'm sad that BTS is taking a multi-year hiatus, but it seems like there is a renewed sense of like something that I'm already hearing in this album from RM, that he's like getting to do this, he's getting to go in this direction and like explore this artistic direction that he's going in. Oh, okay, let's keep going before I start to get emotional.
Let's get it now. Earth day's my day one, brother. Baby, 난 돈으로 시간을 벌어. 걔는 조롱은 듣지만 닉비 버려. 꼭 벌어지듯 온라인에 목숨 걸어. Trendsetter, I'm a friend better. 시상해줄 정도의
So he really doesn't like that trendsetter label, does he?
바른 거 달리 너무 잘 살아내는 내 뜻대로. Living in 한남대로. Look at my 탄탄대로. 갈일이어서 이제 강남대로. 월세는 너 빨리 당장 빼고. What a perfect song, look at your chain. You better do it live, look at my style. 오늘을 살아 잡초처럼 그냥 화초처럼 but I never stay. Oh shit. Hey Bob, what's that? You don't know what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, bro.
Ooh.
Shit happens in life.
Was that a wildflower? Like
It's gonna be what's gonna be, bro.
one of the songs later? I love the concept of this video. It's so groovy.
But I'm moving, just lit now, don't fall it. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. Don't be one night culture. I'm still out, but I'm moving, just lit now.
I feel like this could really lift your spirits when you're feeling kind of down. That was over way too fast for me. I want more of that. And it's interesting that Anderson Paak didn't make a appearance. I mean, makes sense. They're probably Namjoon's in Korea and Anderson Paak's in the US, but I thought maybe he would make an appearance. But I do feel like I'm enjoying these features so far because it feels like these different features and voices are doing really well in terms of meshing with RM and kind of highlighting RM. Like it doesn't so much feel like a partnership as it does as like these people kind of boosting RM up. Like it almost felt like in the first song that Erykah Badu was like backing him up, and then same here for Still Life where Anderson Paak is just kind of like emphasizing his message. And like it was groovy but still subdued, which I think is the perfect tone for what he's saying in the song. I'm still life, but I'm moving. And I kind of want to go back to that part talking about his haters a little bit. Like, don't listen to the haters. It'll hurt your ears. Getting sick of the go and getter. I'm living well, unlike the way you wished for it to be. Oh, 94 living in Hannam Boulevard. I do not know what Hannam Boulevard is. I have a feeling it's not in Spalding, UK. Oh, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in the country. Got it. And I'm guessing 94 refers to the year he was born. And 91, look at my Royal Road. So is he referring to here like someone born in 91? Like, is that who he's speaking to? I don't know. And what a poor flex, hun. Look at your chain. Me rather do it like, look at my stain. So do you think like stain is his pen, like the way that he writes, or like the mark that he's left in terms of his legacy? Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. This is all just so great so far. I'm loving this. So we're gonna get to our next song here, which is called All Day and features Tablo. So I have not heard of Tablo before. Oh, Korean Canadian. Shout out to Canada. Hip-hop recording artist, lyricist. Besto is the leader and producer of veteran Korean hip-hop group Epic High. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. This feels like such a momentous occasion to have someone collaborating with RM here who has such a strong legacy in K-pop. So let's get into it. Another R&B song. With like a bit of soul.
Okay. 요즘 광고는 똑같아. 일단은 즐겨라 내 맘대로. 멋진 옷을 입은 멋진 춤추는 이들 밖은 몸치가 더 많네. 그저 습관이든 I don't care. 알지 그런 놈들이 더 두께요. 사실 몸은 아무것도 아니야. 막 믿던 무지 그래 내가 날 모르네. 꺼져 인공지능 fuck the algorithm 사색이 필요해 fuck all the rhythm 사유와 틈을 안 주는 내 바이오리듬 언제쯤 써보게 될까 나만의 신은 살아남느라 잊혀진 dreaming 너도 한나쯤 별이 돼버린 묻혀진
Lots
뭔가
of like
찾고 있다면 honey
similar
it tastes like me
themes for these songs.
I'm digging
This album is so groovy.
I'm sending all day all day
I love that bass line. Okay, before we get to Tablo's part, I do want to dig into some of that a little bit. Really talking about the body versus the mind here and the separation of the two. Saying, in fact, the body is nothing. The mind is more of the problem. And fuck the AI, fuck the algorithm. I need to think, fuck all the rhythm. My biorhythm gives me no time to think. Again, kind of like with Still Life, of all of these things happening and going on and distractions that are preventing him from thinking and writing his own poem. Forgetting dreaming. You have to become a star. Oh, I missed this the first time. Just a second.
너도 한나쯤 별이 돼버린 묻혀진 뭔가 찾고 있다면 honey it tastes like me okay
Oh, honey, you taste like me if you're looking for something buried. And he's digging all day. He's finding the real me. And he's singing all day. So yeah, it kind of feels like the continuation of this path that he's established from this first song of, you know, setting his own musical direction and inspiration. So I'm really interested to see how like Tablo's part fits into it. Like if he can almost relate to RM in this way of probably like post Epic High, it's like, okay, well, now what? And feeling like I need a new goal or a new thing to chase after in order to feel like I'm being fulfilled. So yeah, let's get into it.
이게 무슨 분위기야 what we doing here 전부 제자리 수밖에 죄다 줄리길 they want you in fear they 감히 생각을 말해 어서 접어 origami they got you by your balls and your social economics that's big facts 특색을 밟아버린
His balls.
시가 버린 게 내 impact 더 건물을 지펴 네 인생은 big match burn it
I
up
like
or
that.
go now get your ass off the bench start warming up we gotta fight when they say behave
Dynamite in our
I'ma be
DNA. Oh my
okay,
gosh.
I'ma be that way. 눈부릅 두고 알아서 잘 지낼게. Haters 어서 눈 감아 내 인생 꼴 보기 싫으면 원래 꿈 같은 일은 눈 뜨고 보기 힘들어. You feel me?
Oh, I love that.
I'm fighting all day.
See, this is the first song that feels like
Get
partnership.
my way. I'm living my way. All day.
The grooviness of the song, though.
잔인한 세상에 온 너를 비우는 것 같아
Seems like I'm laughing at you.
세상이 뭐라고 말해도 우리나라 어른아 You gotta believe it You gotta believe it You gotta believe it You gotta be dreaming You gotta believe
So he's telling us to live our lives.
We know we fly all day
Oh, interesting way to end that one. I have to say, though, I really, really liked Tablo's part in this. Saying, what kind of atmosphere is this? What are we doing here? It's all in place, all in neutral gears. They want you in fear. So who's the they that he's talking about here? Like your haters? How dare you say what you think, fold it origami. They got you by your balls and your socioeconomics. That's big facts. Oh, or is this like the machine? That they're talking about, if you know what I mean, of like being pressured to do things for the money or for the status rather than, you know, what you actually want to be doing or what you want to be saying. Specifically, like when you speak your mind, how dare you say what you think? And I really like this line, your life is a big match, so make a bigger fire. Burn it up, what are you afraid of? Get your ass off the bench, start warming up. This song feels so motivating. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to be doing more with my life. And then of course, Dynamite in our DNA just got me right in the feels. Oh. And this line just like gives me joy, saying, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be that way. I'll take care of myself with my eyes wide open. Like, that is all I want in life for all of my favorite people. And that includes Kim Namjoon. But yeah, that's all I want, is for them to take care of themselves and for them to be well. Because as much as I would love for my favorite artists to continue to make music, I don't want them to do it if they are not well, if they are not enjoying it. And now just like everything I'm hearing from RM here is making me wonder whether he has been enjoying it, especially with such an emphasis on truth in this album, and almost like this is the truth, not my previous self. And also, haters, close your eyes if you don't want to see my life. It's hard to watch a dream with your eyes open, you feel me? So it's like, you worry about you and I'll worry about me. But yeah, the energy is very different on this album. Like, it still sounds it's like so RM. I could pick every song that's on this from a mile away as being RM, but it does just feel so different, like such a different message compared to everything I've heard previously from him. But this one is definitely encouraging in terms of being like, you gotta fight, and that if you take care of yourself, then it's gonna be okay.